Wait for some people to pop in real quick. Hopefully this setup's good. Couldn't really hook up a mic, and you might hear my AC go off in the background. We will see. I'll wait for a couple people to pop in real quick before I swap it over. I'm only adjusting the camera so I can still kind of see it on my end. Still forgot to turn notifications down. That's another thing. Good to go. Message my Discord. Let them know. Hey, Crazy A Jeffrey. Real quick, I forgot to grab the battery, so I'm going to go do that while I still got the screen up. Because more than likely, I'm going to need my Dremel for at least a little bit of this. I am Author Dragon. Totally going to forget that while we're doing this, but it's good to put the name to the face. Also, why isn't... Oh, because I'm dumb. Okay. Anyways, I guess I'll swap it over. Anyways, listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve. And you see this bad boy here. Gonna kind of work on this today. I already did a little bit of work. Where you can see it already has Mothra wings that are able to be attached. All I did was took a Dremel and just drilled a little hole about the size of the pegs, heated it up, and popped that bad boy right in. And then today I got to repaint these to be whatever base color. I gotta look up the picture again. I want to say I'm doing it like this neon orange is what I'm going to try to tint this to. And then I can do the fire and then paint the added detail in after that. So I guess we're going to do that. I got to look up. I just did some screen grabs. There we go. So it's going to kind of look like that when I'm done. Or more so kind of like this. But I got to try to add a little bit of the butterfly effect to it eventually. So I'm going to do that. But I got to get these the right color first. And then I can kind of go from there. Checking out, make sure the stream's working still good. Anyways, some of the other ones I did recently too, just to show them off, is we got these Godzillas here, which I just did the spines on. So this one's got the blue atomic for this NECA. Did the same thing for this Monster Arts 2009 or 1989. We're still in the Heisei realm. Yeah, it's pretty much, it's definitely fly swatter worthy. And then this 2002, you'll see his arms are missing. They're currently still hanging out in the baggie because they like to pop off. So I just left them in there. We got these guys done. You know what's funny is the other day I was cleaning my office and I found the fly swatter we used in some of the videos. It's just like hanging out in the corner. Also got this one done. The yellow spines. I actually put a little bit of gold flake over top of it too, so it's got a little bit of a shine to it. Nothing crazy though. The yellow kind of hides it quite a bit. But anyways, all right. So I need to get on here. So yeah. So depending, so would you prefer, crazy, would you prefer to be more in the Matt Frick kind of look to it, or just similar to that one and just kind of matching this orange as my base coat, and then we can add the darker reds over top of it, or vice versa, it would be darker and then we go to the brighter. Yeah, go ahead, Jeffrey. Also, today, it's been going okay. I had an issue at work that I went up there to try to solve and found out that nobody was there to solve my problem. So I got to go back tomorrow. So that's going to be great. Well, anyways, so what I'm going to be primarily using, I could primer these, but I don't think I need to. But I got this Blacklight Neon Orange. I'm probably going to be using mainly as the base coat because it matches the coloring the best. I got some reds, we got some yellows. Do a little bit of mixing here and there. Darker body, lighter wings. All right, so Matt Frank it is. So yeah, so I want to go with the orange and then we'll do the yellows. All right. Actually, to be honest, I could probably just paint them on the wings. Anyways, we'll see how well this tints. If I need to go to the gray or not. A Shin Mothzilla. That might be a little bit harder. Also, if you hear yelling, it's probably Jessica and the baby upstairs. I'm kind of hoping this will do an okay job at tinting. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go Ease orange. The only weird thing about the black light paint is it doesn't really like the... doesn't have a lot of shelf time. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to primer this first. Sad day. Yeah, you definitely probably need bigger wings. Get some out of there. Thankfully, got some primer hanging out right here. Hey, Radioactive Zilla. Figure I got some time. Damn it. Oh, great. Something's clogging my primer nozzle. Oh, that's clogging my primer nozzle. Not good. Like I mentioned with a lot of these commissions, they're generally, or a lot of the customs I do on the channel here, usually they're stuff that people send in. So if you really want something, the fastest way is just literally send me the parts so I can do it. Usually the more the more unique stuff tends to end up on the channel here. Oh yeah, I saw somebody was sharing like a blue version. That'd be kind of cool. This primer is meant to be airbrushed, but it does pretty alright with just putting it on with a brush. Because it's pretty much, I'm trying to make the colors fairly uniform, so when I put this orange over top of it, it's not a big deal. Plus, you'll even see some of the orange. I probably should hit this with the hair dryer before I put that on, but it'll be fine. Alright, well, on a high note, the AC isn't loud enough to make the Godzilla go, or that makes the Sauron go raw, so we're good. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, I'm hoping to get quite a bit of this stuff at least set up today. Because pretty much like I get the orange on, and then after I get the orange on, I can put the flame effects, chop these up, get these on. And then it's just finishing painting from there. Also, surprisingly enough, I was kind of concerned that these wings weren't going to stay in very well. They're doing a pretty good job with the little hole I made. Should pretty much get this one side. Some nice coverage. Like I mentioned, it doesn't have to be perfect, but this primer does a good job at least softening the details, and then the gray paint will attach a little better too. Alright, real quick. Alright, probably gonna hit it one more time. Yeah, my only concern right now is that when I put the flames on there, if it's going to add too much weight. If I'm going with the... because you can see even right now it's kind of wanting to sag a bit. But if I go with the Matt Frank style, it pretty much would only really add the weight here and a little bit on the front. So I'm hoping it's not going to be an issue. I could always just put a rod in there to make it a little bit more durable. But the problem with the Haya wings is they weren't super durable to begin with. So like I said, we'll have to wait and see. I'm just going to add a little bit more to the top here. Especially this black area, I need to be way grayer than it is currently. Because what'll happen is I'll paint the entire thing orange, and then probably be pretty much just dry brushing the other colors over top of it to give it that nice kind of two-tone look to it. There we go. Nope, didn't miss too much yet. Just, yeah, I know the Mothra wings are really that durable. Well, I'll say my Monster Arts ones weren't bad. But, that being said, I also don't really mess around with the Monster Arts that much to really notice. So, like, the neck I probably got the most use for video-wise and what have you. A lot of the Monster Arts tend to just get bought, did the video, put it in the pose that I wanted to, and then it kind of just hangs out on the shelf unless I really need it for some reason. I'll be honest, a lot of the stream's probably just going to be me painting this wing. But we'll see. I kind of got to try to get some of these commissions busted out, because depending on how my work is, they decided to... I went on because recently, you guys know, I went on vacation. I also got COVID recently, so I also missed work because of that. But I had plenty of like accumulated sick time and vacation time to cover everything. Well, I found out on my new paycheck that none of it got put on, even though I put everything on. So I gotta find out why. My fears are going to be like, you gotta wait till next paycheck to get your money, and we're like, well, that hurts my feelings. Yeah, the McFarlane stuff's usually really good for customizing. And yeah, I've seen the Avatar movies, so I'm familiar with them. I almost wanted to buy them. I ended up, like I also think I mentioned before, is I'm trying to be good at not buy so much random stuff. And I just didn't really want to start a new little avatar collection. That's kind of why I ended up not grabbing those. Even though I thought they were cool. Also, if you see me turning on and off the mic periodically, it's just because I'm using the hair dryer and you guys don't need to hear it blowing all over the place. There's a guy again with a blown up head and sliced. Oh yeah, that'd be a cool one. I was trying to think because I was like, you almost just make a mold of the base, like the base neck piece, and then just sculpt everything on top of it. Probably be easier, honestly. At least the nice thing for the little ones is they don't take long to paint. Like I said, it could be a possibility someday, but more than likely, if somebody really wants it, they'll probably end up being a commission. It's kind of like this. Like, I wouldn't mind doing one of these for myself, but hey, if somebody beats me to the punch, you know, they're going to get it first. Also, did you guys see the Super 7 announcement for their Comic-Con figure is going to be the Dark Horse Godzilla? I'm actually kind of excited for that one because I sold the one I did a bit ago. I mean, nice to have something kind of official. I was kind of happy I sold mine now. Granted, I used the Monstars for my base, so it's probably what the one I did is probably the better figure. But won't tell them if you won't. Yep, back to customizing. I also figure got all the stuff to do the stream now. I've been meaning to do this. Because I have all the proper hookups to actually stream using the camcorder instead of my crappy webcam. Yeah, you got it. I was trying to think for a minute because I was like, I couldn't remember if it was your Lady Draco that got it. Still really like that one, though. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Hey, Spino. Oh, there it goes. Alright, I guess we'll do it the old-fashioned way. Although I couldn't tell from the Comic-Con one, at least the pictures, if it had the bloody mouth or not. Because if it doesn't, I'll have to make that. I still actually have to sit around and make my still gotta do the spawn eyes. There's custom spawn I did a little bit ago. I can't remember if I mentioned it, but one thing I'll notice too when I'm hair drying is sometimes I'll like stop and it looks like I'm painting, but all I'm doing is whatever isn't drying fast, I'm shifting it around so it doesn't pool up really bad. Okay, cool. I would hope so, because it even comes with like the dude that could sit on his spine. So it'd be kind of weird if they didn't have the blood. Do, 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 do. It's a little bit more paint to kind of blend it a little better. Actually, this is the Haya. This is the new one. Is what we're using the wings from. Mainly because they're just a little bigger. It scales better with the monster arts for what we're doing anyways. Plus, anyways, for the cost of like what the NECA one goes for nowadays, it's almost better to get the Haya anyways. All right. Yeah, gonna have to heat that back up to pop it in. Godzilla Tower would be dope. I'm surprised they're I don't know that nobody's really made like an accessory set or anything. Well, not saying that they can't, but I'll say this one just popped out. But I noticed, at least with the big wing, is it's really hard to get it back in there. It's kind of the same with this one. Like once it pops out, gotta reheat to pop back in. Yeah, Imperial Godzilla probably work. You can always get like those bootleg 85 vinyls would probably work all right too. Oh, now that I'm heating up everything, nothing wants to stay on now. Yeah, it would be nice if they would do more of the effect sets because I always thought those were the neat things. Because what you get, the one with the Super X, there's the one with the buildings. Garuda was technically an effect set. And then you have the one with the Super X2. More likely no on the Dome. Be honest, if anything, you probably do like a ring. A ring would probably work good. Yeah, or even those the swirling the wind effects that Tamashi made. There's like bootleg ones you can get. All right, last big one. Yeah, then the effect sets are all pretty darn expensive now too. Another thing you could do too, if you were wanting to do this at home, is just normal gray acrylic paint. Kind of does the same. We'll get the same job done because the pigments in the paint usually are really good at hiding the colors. So when you go back to go over it with your orange, it'll be good. The only thing you got to worry about that is it's easier to rub the paint off until you clear coat it. So do be wary of that. Poster one would be cool. Like give us the Rodan with like the damaged wings, especially to go with that the Shigoken one. That'd be sweet. I'm just still just waiting for a normal Rodan from the old one. Yeah, like I said, it's not hard. Like I mentioned, like rings would get the job done because the problem with the dome is it's gonna hide the figure too much. So that, or like I mentioned, doing something like the Tamashi wind effects, where you have it like swirling around them, would work good too. I'm still curious on what Haya's gonna be making doing Toho Kaiju's now, which is kind of funny because Playmate doesn't have the rights to him anymore, and then all of a sudden Haya has them. So I'm assuming something happened there. I'm kind of curious at what Godzillas are going to start with. My hope would be some more miscellaneous Showa stuff, or even Millennium, like an actual proper like 2000 Godzilla would be dope. I haven't watched it yet. Is it out? Because if it is, I might watch some of it in a little bit. Oh, actually, I think our next cancel is Netflix. I don't even know if I could watch it. Oh, snaps. I'm going to have to check that out then. For some odd reason, I didn't think it was yet. Because I know I want to do videos on them. I got a bug our Nez to do some like live stream commentaries to them or something. So I want to get back to doing those. Alright, so we're back to trying to put orange on the wings. That's better. Definitely see the orange much better now. Sounds like Jessica's having a fun time with the child upstairs. Also, on a high note, when I'm done with this, you'll be able to blacklight the wings, so that'll be cool. Yes, Cheetos Mothra for days. I feel like anytime I'm painting with orange, I need to get like that Jada Chester Cheetah that's coming out and just set them on the table. Just be like, it ain't easy being cheesy. Like I mentioned, we'll do the orange and then brighten it up with the kind of flip-flop with the way they did it here because it's like orange dry brush with the yellow. But personally, at least going by the pictures, it kind of transitions into the wings being the opposite, where it's got the orange, and then it's brightening up from there. Hey, black lights are what, UAV? UAV lights show off black lights too. Because I notice whenever I'm doing this kind of stuff and I turn on my keyring stuff for my printer, it brightens up everything quite a bit. Depends what I'm doing. I have like little concoctions here. You'll see this milky concoction in this water bottle. That's actually Mod Podge that I've diluted. I use that for quite a bit of things just because it doesn't tack up on a lot of plastics. Because that's the one big thing. Doing my 3D printing stuff, this stuff actually works good. To get the shine. Depending, I also sometimes use this stuff, Mr. Super Clear. For harder plastic stuff, that works out really well too. Like especially like whenever I'm working on like Gundam models, stuff like that. That'll do the trick nicely. Oh god, I hope they do the Muto. The only thing that scares me is not that they mentioned they got the rights to Toho, that we're going to get the core, get the Skullcrawler, and then they're going to be like, alright, that's good enough for us. Not make any more legendary monsters. Because that would hurt my feelings a little bit. I will say the one thing I hate about using gray primer is it's hard to see if I missed anything exactly what I missed. I'm trying to make sure I got like all these crevices filled in. And what'll happen is when I go to dry brush it, it'll really show off the grays if I missed anything. Granted, I could probably just water this stuff down, make my life a little easier, but I'm stubborn. That looks pretty good, though. Yeah, proper Skylo would be sweet. Yeah, Behemoth. What'd be kind of funny is if, like, Tamashi's making Gigan right now, and Hai just randomly, just casually throws out a Megalon. That'd be amusing. Oh, also, I can't remember who I responded, but somebody mentioned making the GMK Mothra. Actually, it wouldn't be that hard. You just use, like, the Bandai vinyl. And just make it posable. I've definitely done a lot of stuff like that. You could do the same thing with the Baragon, too. Although, for Monster Arts, I don't think it'd scale very well. Actually, I kind of wonder if you got Cheetos powder, how it would work on this. Be sitting here just like numbing on the wings. Yeah, hopefully get around to that one soon. It's not fun though. I've already done one of those previously, so he's not too bad. But more than likely, what I kind of want to do with these live streams is, because I just like to do those custom videos, but a lot of the times I really lose a lot. Somehow, usually something with these videos I always get messed up. So this is a nice way to, especially when I'm doing something more unique, I can kind of catalog what I'm doing and direct people if they want to see the process on how I do these. You can always just go check those videos out. Working on a burning Godzilla with Mothra wings, kind of like the Matt Frank statue that came out a little bit ago on the illustrations. Something sort of akin to that. But it's supposed to be like when he's doing the pulse. You see the Mothra wings kind of sticking off the back. That'd be it. Not the ants. Would they though? It's not sugar. I would think they'd leave it alone. I feel like I should just for like shits and giggles. That's all I do is underestimate them. Oh, I need some more orange. What did I do with the orange? Was that what that fell? Is it behind the laptop? I know I can move the laptop around now since it's not quite as devastating if the camera moves. Universal was great. Kids really enjoyed it. Somehow I got a hair on my orange, and I'm trying to figure that one out. But no, super fun. I'm not sure if I'd recommend doing the drive, because it was like a 2-day drive to get down there, and because my mom wanted to go a few places on the way back, it was more like a 3-day drive back. Well, I will say during the 3-day drive back, it was definitely a lot more interesting, because going down there, we were pretty much just on I-95 till you hit Tampa. And that was because we're going to visit one of her friends. But no, super sweet. We got the ride, quite a bit of the rides. I pretty much hit all, I think all like the 3D style rides. So like Men in Black, the Transformers, Spider-Man, Simpsons. I got to do the Velocicoaster, but found out that my the middle child couldn't ride him. Because he's a little too hefty. So we ended up skipping pretty much all the other coasters, which was kind of fine because we only really had the 1 day to spend there. And I didn't really feel like staying in line for like an hour and a half just to maybe be able to have him ride the ride. So we just skipped them and just tried to hit most everything else. The one we didn't get we got to do the Harry Potter train, but we didn't do any of the other rides because you couldn't get on the, was it Hagrid? The Hagrid's ride? Couldn't do that one. And the other one kept having delays. So we weren't going to get on that one that day no matter what we did. Yeah, I've seen the Gremlins movies. They're great. I love them. Tried to watch that new TV show, but I just couldn't get into it. The one's on Cartoon Network. Not saying it's bad, but it's just a little too kiddie. Also oddly terrifying because one guy was like sucking up like people's souls and stuff like that, and dislocating his jaw. Alright, hit this with the hair dryer, then I can do the base. Yeah, I've seen the NECA gremlins. Actually, I have a gizmo. At some point, the only other one I wouldn't mind is the spider gremlin. I think is really cool. I'll be able to like maybe more like in due time. I might get one. Currently, for right now, I got way too many freaking pre-orders to try to catch up on anything. Yes, he would. He would 100% attack this. That's why we don't have Ernest come over while I'm working on commissions like this. They're not safe. Also, whatever's going on upstairs doesn't sound very safe either. I just keep hearing Casey just going through the basement. Sounds horrifying. The back room will look cool too, to be fair. But I primarily just want to do my rafters in my basement. I just want Gizmo with his Rambo look and the spider gremlin. Maybe put like some flames on the marshmallow. I think would be really cool for down here. But other than that, I don't really need like Spike or most anybody else. Because 2 is probably the one, especially growing up, I just have the most fond memories of. Probably because it also just had all the cool all the miscellaneous gremlins. Yeah, at the Target, closest to my house, they had one too, which is funny because I saw this spider gremlin, or I got the Gizmo actually while we were down at Universal. As we stopped at, where the heck's my stupid little things? We stopped at a Walmart and they actually still had just the normal Gizmo figure. I was like, oh sweet, so I can grab him. And then when I get back to town, I'll buy the spider gremlin. Well, lo and behold, the spider gremlin, after sitting at the Target for like 2 months, somebody finally bought the stupid thing while I was out of town. So needless to say, I don't have a spider gremlin. So got to either order one or wait till I find another one. So whenever I get some spare money, I'll probably just end up ordering one. Unless I get lucky and somebody just casually sees one and wants to pick it up for me. Granted, would pay for it, of course, but you know. Also, is the mic okay? I kind of got a setting in front of my face, but I know I'm looking down quite a bit. But I didn't put in headsets just in case my wife has to yell at me for the child. Because that seems to happen quite often. Well, I'll say definitely didn't get this choice of words. That was a good idea. Not to toot my own horn, but seems to match pretty well. What, you got a spider gremlin? Don't tell me that. I need money. The problem is a couple of the commissions I got coming up are all kind of the same boat. I'm not really getting paid for them. They're just kind of like swapping for figures. Granted, I probably would take that deal though. All jokes aside. Yeah, I know the stream's got a little bit of a delay. I had it set up like low latency, but for some reason it's still no matter what I could do. Glad you like the chat setup. I wish I got one of these times I gotta make it a little bigger. Like I might scoot the screen over that way and then put the chat on the side. Probably is because I have this like super Godzilla style thing. I kind of need stuff to go on in the middle. So I have to figure out what to do there. Between that or the other option was just cutting off the one thing, which I still maybe could do. And just having the, like where you see the Sauron chatting. Just keep that section in the stream. Then the chat would just be like over on the other side. Maybe just make it vertical. And just like break it apart. Somebody's upstairs. He's super crabby. Which usually means she's tired. Which, to be fair, it's pretty much any time after 8 o'clock is usually fair game for sleepies. But after the stream, I might go check out the con. We're almost at where I can mess around with the flame effects. Hey, Apex. I did see the Godzilla. Ooh, yeah. That looks good. So then, like I mentioned, we'll make the patterns in the yellow. Oh, I hit the mic. I've been muting it when I've been using the hairdryer. So that it's not assaulting your guys' ears. Alright, let's move this out of the way for a bit, because I don't quite need it anymore. So, what else I got sent with this is a bunch of bootleg flame effects. Ow, I just smacked my, whatchamacallit, airbrush. That thing. So, might also turn off the mic when I'm using this thing. Unless you guys don't mind that sound. What I was thinking is some of these little flame pieces kind of would rest really nice in some spots. With just like a little bit of slicing, and I could just slide them over and then glue it on. With these things anyways. Because like I mentioned, for pretty much like all the photos I see. Because I was thinking about running like some of the flames along here, but you don't really see it. Tennis ASMR. Pretty much. But, like I mentioned, could slice this into this one just a little bit to glue that there. Do the same with this one. And then like this effects piece. Oh, it's popping out again. Could like go there. Although some of the stuff, it shows it here, but I kind of like it more similar to something like this. And then glue those in. And then if I got any leftover pieces from doing his back, I can stagger them here and there. Technically I got 5 pieces. I only really need 4. Oh, because this one... I think it's kind of like the odd man. Well, that's the same as this one, yeah. It's just flip-flopped. Yeah, so like these ones kind of... Oh, that actually would probably look pretty cool. Kind of like right there and just come out the back. I can dig that. Like so. So what I need to use is I got this little sanding disc. I might need a thinner one. Yeah, because I want it to kind of have some grip. So, so this big guy's probably too much. Littler one on the other hand should be fine. Then this dude here. Slide that over top. Wait, what? Oh, I didn't put the thing in. Duh. Like, why isn't it tightening? This would probably help. Oh yeah, you definitely hear Casey just going to town up there on Jessica. Alright, so we want kind of like that. Do I got a pen? So kind of right there. And right here. And now I'm going to think about it. Probably should get my glasses. Oh, there. Awesome. Oh yeah, also I forgot to mention, on our Patreon, I'm going to be updating it. We're going to be having custom colored beams over there. So if you want to get a green one for any particular reason, that'll be up over there. So I'm going to set it up, possibly set it up today. Going to try to aim to mess with it tomorrow. Like that. Alright, hopefully that worked. We do have a Patreon. Pretty sure we say it at the end of all the videos, but yeah, we got one. We got a Discord also attached to our Patreon too. So $3 gets you in the Discord. $1 gets you early access to videos. Currently $5 and up gets you at the end of the videos. I still have a sign up where you get, if you spend $15, you get a print. But that's going to get replaced with the Beam. And then I also have these Super X ones that I've had for quite a bit now. I'm going to put those, we'll be replacing the $30 tier. Plus, if you want like specific requests for videos, stuff like that, you can also, there's tiers for that too. Actually, I kind of think about doing, pop this off. I've had a few people asking about doing like a Biolante one. Oh, beautiful. That worked so good. Not to toot my own horn, but it kind of looks like I've done this before. Alright, I need to clean this up. For some reason, I always lose the cap to glue. So I always have to break this thing, or get the old glue off of it so I can get some more glue out. That's also why I keep a little thing of pins next to me. Yeah, there's that. I know some people like Treadmaster Godzilla wouldn't be too bad with that either. Just want a green beam for reasons. So a lot of people that do customs and what have you really like having special colored beams. Lock that in. There we go. One flame wing. Oh, you know what was smart is paying attention to where my cut was. Oh, they're actually different. Oh, they are different. Okay. Well, I guess it wouldn't matter then. I thought it was kind of the same because the bottom looks similar, but I guess not. Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah. I think, yeah, it's pretty much what the bulk of you, I think, has been mainly adding these effects to other things. For sure. The only thing I don't like about this one is the stupid little grabber piece. Then again, I could just do it like that. Oh, actually, that'd work pretty well. And all right, so I just got to slice right there. Stop it, Dremel. This is the one fun thing about doing this is I periodically slice my finger open with this stuff, and you guys can be a part of it when I do. As morbid as that sounds. Right, a little bit of glue into the recess. And then should just be able to slide that bad boy on. There we go. Ooh, plus when we sanded that, it lined up perfectly with that little section there. Probably gonna add a little bit of glue there too. Just a little. And then I got some accelerant here, so boop, boop. So I don't have to worry about that popping back off. So now, where'd the little wings go? It's kind of the same thing. I don't really want to add it to the bottom here, even though it'd look cooler. But primary issue with that is when I put the flame effects on here, it could get away opposability, but attaching them like this, I don't think it is going to really hurt as much. So, that being said, this one also has the little grabber piece. Oh yeah, the Hollow Earth one, that's probably my favorite one I've done. I really like that one. I kind of wish I had one more of these, because like this one's like perfect for this. Because it just kind of wraps around. Just slice into it a little bit, glue it in, bam, we're done. This other one is a little more tricky. Or I could just reuse this one more time. I think that'd be a little too high. So right there wouldn't be too bad, I don't think. Slice it along there. Line it up there. I just shipped one out, so actually, you know what? Hold up. If you really want one, I can put it back up. Because I just shipped out the one this morning. Because usually with those effects, I have to print, like when people buy them, I print them out. So it takes a couple days. So that's why I only put one up at a time, because I don't do them as batches. Alright, it's back up. Problem solved. Yeah, the problem is, like I said, the only chunk, like this is the smallest chunk I got. Next best is this one, or I remove some flames off of one of these in order to get it. But I kind of want to mainly save this stuff for the back, because it's thicker. Plus, if I'm going to have to chop, well, you know what? Right there. Alright, so how do you do these ones? You want to chop them. I want to take off this right here, I think. There's also this ugly piece of plastic right here. So what I do is you get a sharp blade. Not that one. This one should still be pretty sharp. I'm going to heat this with the hair dryer, so I'm going to mute the mic. And then try to slice through it as fast as I can while it's still warm. Like so. Then I can take that piece. Problem is that chunk's a little too thick. Granite, I could probably just... remove that piece. That should be alright. Glass is back on. Clean that up. One thing I don't recommend is, especially with these blades, kind of cutting towards yourself. Generally speaking, is never a good idea. So, usually when I do it, I'm usually super paying attention. Because anytime I've ever had a problem is doing it exactly how I'm doing now, is I cut too far and right into me. But there's sometimes you just can't really get around it. There we go. Probably should have went a little higher, but that'll be fine. Then we'll get the other wing set up and then probably call it good for this stream. I don't think I really got enough time to really sit around. I was hoping to show you guys how to attach it, but maybe if I can rambunctious enough tomorrow, do the same thing. Oh, for certain. I've accidentally, it was like right after I quit my last job and lost my health insurance, I smashed one of these right into my wrist. And I'm pretty sure I touched the bone. Almost fainted. That was fun. Ended up not going to the hospital because it didn't really bleed much, thankfully. It was just more of like a shock factor than anything. It's like I mentioned, I think I just want to do it like that. Or like that. I think this way kind of hides the most things, so I think I'm going to go with that. Like I mentioned, just kind of cleaning things up. Make sure not to cut myself in the process. Oh, that little thing right there does not want to come off. There we go. Sometimes with these, because it's almost kind of like a rubber. So cleaning these up sometimes is just a pain in the butt. And then, like so. There we go. Actually, you know what? Can I get this down a little lower? Right there would probably be good. Some of this stuff's just, I don't have to worry about it. Alright, so we got the flames. So I'm probably mainly adding these, like I mentioned. I might add like a couple little things here and there. But primarily what I want to do is I want to get the rest of the flames set up on his back, possibly tomorrow. And then that'll pretty much just be dry brushing the detailing back onto the wings, clear coating them, and you'll be good. Looks like I gotta get some of this primer back off them because I accidentally got a little bit of gray on the Godzilla. So let's see. I got the flames on them so far. They are holding. Oh. Was holding. Keep them slightly farther back. It's doing the job. Oh shit. Oh, that'd be my luck. Break the stupid thing while I'm trying to put everything back in. This side does not want to stay in anymore. There we go. One wing. It's like, man, that went really easy. Oh, that's why. Need the wings to flip. Oh, son of a... Yeah, I might. It pegs in, but like when you move it, it wants to pop out. But so far, not looking too bad, I don't think. So like I mentioned, it'd mainly be getting all the rest of the flames kind of positioned on them. Might also, because a lot of time you can kind of get away with just gluing them if you're doing them yourself, but I'm shipping these. I like to sometimes I'll put rods in there. So I'll have to drill a rod into here, drill a rod in here. The problem is I have to be really dedicated, so I don't like doing that. More than likely, I'll probably just glue it in, maybe use some resin to help fuse it. Oh, come on, Andrew. Gotta be here on time. Oh, making some more Gmod stuff. I haven't seen any of the Hunger Game movies, to be honest. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this stream. So help us to beat those kaijus by hitting the like button. Subscribe, become a ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. Guys, like keep up with the day with channel donate. Greatly would appreciate it. Like I mentioned, these will be going up on our Patreon in the near future. Hopefully tomorrow. I'll be updating the 12. I want to paint one of these before I post it up. More likely probably just some like metallic white. Just add to the flame effect. Also might do slightly higher tier because I found out I could get glow in the dark resin, so that would be kind of cool for these. Could also use glow in the dark paint too to cover them up. Would probably do justice as well. Also, if you guys like to pick up some collectibles for yourself, like the Hayamothra that we use for the wings, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Help support the channel and get yourself some Godzilla collectibles. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Hopefully tomorrow. Bye-bye.